January '58. But the big prize in the space race, the big prize where both countries were shooting for, was trying to land on the moon. And America moved in there, every single one. Now, the smaller building, the white smaller building adjacent to it off to the side there, that's the Launch Control Center. Now, when we were launching from the Cape in those early little rockets, the Launch Control Centers were called houses. When we moved here, we dropped the name Black House. We call it the Launch Control Center. Pretty fancy name, huh? LCC. But that building as well is reinforced too. This is as close as you can be to the launch pads on launch day. 4 firing rooms. All the rockets and the shuttles. The building is divided. It's 525 feet. And they're identically built on both sides. In the middle, big open area, about this wide, goes to the whole center of the building. It divides the 2.5 moon rocket, and this one here is the baby flights around the Earth. And anybody recall the very first space station that NASA built, called Skylab? One needs to go to the space station, the Skylab space station. And that's 1973 and 74. Here's a depiction of the lunar landings in 1969. This is actually this module right there, and it's connected to the green thing. Well, the green thing is the Russian Soyuz capsule. In 1975, we docked with the Russians, and we shake hands, and we drink a little vodka, and we become friends. In 1975, the Apollo Soyuz test project. 1981, we launched our very first shuttle. That's Columbia. These are the mission patches for every single mission at Kennedy Space Center from here. And they start in order, they're chronological. They start from here. But they're all depicted here. These patches are mission patches, they're symbolic of the missions. Most all of them have the astronauts' names. And these are the launch and landing tags. You probably can see these here. It tells you when they launched, the date, when they landed. There's 150, 1975. We took 6 years transitioning to begin the shuttle program. This is the very first shuttle launch. That is Columbia. And there's a few milestones I want to point out. So come with me over here real quick. I'm used to a couple. Anyway, this one right here. It's 1980. Sally Ride. Yeah, you see her name right there. Sally Ride. Ride is the name. That's the traits the tank, and we use the vehicle and the crew. Krista McAuliffe would have been the first one. Now, John Glenn quits NASA. He becomes a senator from Ohio, and yeah, he's 92 this day. His wife Annie is 93. They're still going strong. Here's the most exciting patch on the wall, though. This one here. Questions here? Yeah.
I noticed there's a letter after somebody, a D or a K.
Good question. Okay, we'll talk about that. On the landing tags, it says D. Product of that, when it burns, comes out, it's hydrochloric acid. It's really toxic stuff. Feels like a pencil eraser. If you can touch the fuel. Before we get back on the bus, we'll do a bathroom break, okay? Just so you know. Okay.
Crew B for like the launch that you said was coming up on Tuesday compared
Whole
to
different
the launch
thing.
like
It's
that.
an unmanned.
Okay.
That's pad 39A. It still has the shuttle structure on that launch pad, just the way it looked for the last shuttle launch. Where the 3 poles are, the flashing lights, that's pad 39B. Those are the only 2 launch pads we've got here. Big, heavy lift launch pads. Pad B, we tore down the shuttle structure already. We tore it off of there. Because pad B is being ready for the new space launch system. Asphalt, big tracks on the crawler transporter would have no traction. So they use a river oil. But it occupies that whole roadway.
How long?
It straddles the grass and or about 2 kilometers. Okay, and you don't want it to tip. You got to go slow. So it takes a while. As they say, if you were able to go directly by flight, they're the same distance. But by road, because you got to go this way, you go straighter out to pad A. It's 3.5 miles by roadway. But then you got to make a left-hand turn and take the crawlaway up to the other path, and it's an additional ½ mile.
To the eye, it looks like Pad A is probably.
It might, yeah. Hold on, let's get in the other room here. management room. It's where the big shots would go. They don't work on the launch here. They can watch and listen, but they don't participate in the launch. President, VIPs, big shots. The other glass room over there is called OSR Operations Support Room. To fix the problem and move forward with the launch. Now, when we do move forward with the launch, and there's no problems on the main floor, and just so you know, behind that gray wall, and all the things that we do in here are managed by those computers. It's a 3-day out countdown, and we run it all from here. Now, if we're getting close to the countdown, and everything is fine on the floor, there's no problems, there's nothing electors. And their functions are indicated by the blue placards, each one. Now, if they're all in sync and there's no problems there, then they bump it up to the middle row, middle management, okay? All the people that are in the room, but it calls them by their acronyms. TDC, go. LRD, go. CDR, go. MILA, go. Boy, no go. There's a problem. But it's a coded roll call. It's all that. They all know on the launch pad. And she will literally launch herself. If there's no restrictions, that computer, the program will roll down to 0 and it'll launch, okay? There's nobody with a button. They don't sit there with a button and go, okay, here we go. So, but that's how it works. Any questions here?
Is LOX an acronym?
It is liquid oxygen.
That's what that is.
Yep.
Any reason why they turned it off?
Yeah, we don't want people looking out the window. They gotta. Okay, this is again OSR operation. You want to be my volunteer? What's your name? Michael. Michael, okay. You ready to help me out? Yeah. It's easy. You're going to launch a shuttle, okay? Okay, it's cool. It's easy. It's a piece of cake. I'll let you do it basically. Now, the number 080 is the Julian calendar. Today is the 80th day of the year. Here in 2004, they ripped up that building. All the grounds were torn up. There was $1 million of damage just to the VAB. Part of the roof got ripped up too. But it can survive a Category 3 hurricane. There's a gator right in that canal right there too, laying right there. But the building can survive a Category 3.